Deck the halls with boughs of holly. Fa la 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 la. Fa la la, 'tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. Now we now, gay apparel. Fa la 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 la. Fa la la, till the ancient Yuletide carol. Fa la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure, fa la 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 la, fa la la, while I tell the Yuletide treasure, fa la 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 la. That's the way the old year passes, fa la 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 la, fa la la, hear the good ye lads and lasses, fa la 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 la. Sing we joyous, all together, fa la 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 la, fa la la, him is the wind and weather, fa la 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 la.
Ahoy! Matey!
Captain to play!
Any luck finding that treasure?
Oh, Captain.
Well, keep looking. It's gotta be around here somewhere. Treasure maps don't lie.
Now, tell me if you think this is a good joke for the actor.
I'm not sure if I'm one to decide what's funny.
You know what? You're right. Tell me if you like this. A ship goes out to sea and is hit by a terrible storm, and the ship sinks.
That's not funny.
I wasn't finished yet. Only the captain and the first mate are washed ashore on this tiny desert island. On this island, all there are a bunch of reddish-purple plants, and the captain and the first mate have never seen anything like these before.
Is that the funny part?
No. Now, the captain and the first mate don't know if these reddish-purple plants are poisonous or not, so they don't eat them.
What do they eat?
That's just it. They don't eat anything. Days go by, and both the captain and the first mate get hungrier and hungrier, till finally the first mate can't take it anymore, and he decides to eat some of those reddish-purple plants.
What happens?
Well, the captain sees the first mate eating some of those reddish-purple plants, and sees that nothing bad is happening, so decides he might as well eat the reddish-purple plants too, or he'll starve.
Good plan.
Now, both the captain and the first mate eat up all the reddish-purple plants, and then they fall asleep. Now, the captain awakes the next morning to find the first mate staring at him. The captain asks, "Arg, why are you staring at me like that for?" And the first mate says, "Captain, you ate all those reddish-purple plants, and now your skin is all reddish-purple." The captain looks and says, "Arg, you're right. Your skin is all reddish-purple too. We ate those reddish-purple plants, and now our skin is all reddish-purple." And they both cry out together, "We're marooned!"
Maroon, that's a good one. And you said it. It reminds me of that time we left those two scallywags on an island just like that. Reddish purple plants and all. You think it's the best too? Well, I hope not. They were poison ivy.
Excuse me. Are any of you, are you from the sea?
The sea? No. We hate the sea.
Can't stand it. The high sea, the low sea, even the middle sea. She says that. Hold up. She says that she got a C on the test once.
In fact, you hate the sea so much, We call the alphabet the A, B, D's.
You are from the sea.
All right, you got us. What gave it away?
There's something fishy about you.
We've got to change our cologne.
You must be Admiral Anchorbottom. We've been expecting you.
Admiral? He thinks I'm Admiral Anchorbottom. Ah!
She says, looks like you got a promotion.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Have you been properly welcomed?
Well, no one tried to arrest us, if that's what you mean.
Please allow me, Merton Sire, Lord of Misrule and General Attaché to His Majesty the King, in all matters of etiquette and decorum, to welcome you to our humble kingdom. Oi!
She says, how do you know my name?
I was welcoming you. See, that's how it's done.
You're right. A trained monkey can do it.
Now, what do you say?
Thanks.
No! I've been reading up on seafaring traditions. You're supposed to ask permission
Permission to do what?
to come aboard our ship.
She says, you're not on a boat or a ship or whatever.
Aha! So you're right. That's why you're here, Admiral. To help us landlubbers with minor technicalities like that. And to regale us with tales on the open sea to tingle our senses.
Will you excuse us for just a moment?
Of course.
I don't know what's going on. What's going on, Captain?
I don't know. They were expecting Admiral Anchorbottom and they think I'm him.
Maybe they're giving the treasure to Admiral Anchorbottom.
Oh.
She said that, or maybe they know that we stole the treasure map from Admiral Anchorbottom, so they're hiding it from us until Anchorbottom gets here.
I think it's going very well, don't you?
I don't know. There's something odd about them.
Oh, fool, what do you know about sailors? They spend months out on the open ocean, away from human contact. That's bound to turn one peculiar.
That's good for them. What's your excuse?
All right. You two go and look for the treasure in case they're hiding it from us. And I'll stay here in case they're giving it to us.
She says, either way, we get the treasure.
Where are they going? Wait! Where are they going?
She says, we need to go for a walk.
That's peculiar.
She also says, we've been at sea so long that we have to get our land legs, you know.
That makes perfect sense. See? Perfectly normal. You two have a nice walk. Don't get lost now. What about you, Admiral? Do you need to take your walk and stretch your legs?
Oh, no, I'm fine. I thought I'd just, stick around here in case you had something, I don't know, you wanted to give me.
No. I don't think so, no. Unless you're talking about what you have to give us.
What? Don't tell me I was supposed to bring a treasure to you!
A treasure? Oh, that's rich. Well, I suppose, in a way, it is a treasure. A treasure of stories. We brought you here to recount your adventures on sea. You know, adventures of life out on the open ocean. You're supposed to tell those stories.
Oh, This I've got to hear.
Jester, be nice to our guest. Pay no attention to Jester. I assure you, no one else does. Why don't you run along and bury some more gold?
Burying gold, you say?
No, never. Well, almost never. Maybe.
Well, yes, actually. It's a very funny story. You see, he was reading a book, and
There's only one kind of person I know that buries treasure. And that be a pirate.
I know! To interrupt me like that. I can see on her ship there's no
And
man
what would you know about pirates?
Hey! I was in the middle of speaking, thank you very much. How come you always have to
I know quite a bit, actually.
You really are very good at interrupting.
About what?
I'm not really in this conversation at all, am I? Very well,
About pirates! Could you stop saying that? We're running out of plays. One of them faints every time you say pirates.
Sorry. I was just curious about how a fine, upstanding admiral like you would know a lot about buccaneers.
I deal with them on a regular basis, you see. Privateers, freebooters, buccaneers, corsairs. I've seen them all. I have. And I've fought them all!
Really? I once knew a bandit who got caught stealing a calendar.
What did he get?
12 months.
Oh, fool, be quiet. Admiral, I'm sure you have some superb sagas to spin.
I'm not really much of a storyteller.
And then I can give you the speaker's fee we agreed upon.
Once upon a time, I had the pleasures of crossing swords with the most despicable despot who ever sailed.
Bluebeard?
No.
Blackbeard.
No.
Yellowbeard?
No.
Redbeard?
No! I'm talking about Captain Walker D. Plank.
Who?
Captain Walker D. Plank!
Never heard of him.
I've never heard of him. Well, he's the most dangerous swashbuckler who ever buckled a swash. That's who he is. You just ask Admiral Anchorbottom. She'll tell you.
You are Admiral Anchorbottom.
Right. And I'm telling you, this Captain Walker D. Plank is a fierce, vicious cutthroat.
Oh, are you going to tell us a story about this Captain Walker the Plank?
That I am. As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, it was a dark and stormy night.
Once upon a time!
What?
That's what you were saying before you were so rudely interrupted. Once upon a time. Not, it was a dark and stormy night.
Once upon a time.
Yeah, that's it.
Very well. Once upon a time, it was a dark and stormy night. I had been chasing the dreaded Captain Walker D. Plank all the way from the Caribbean to the Caribbean.
Hello. I hate to interrupt, but that's the same place. How do you chase someone from one place to the same place?
We went all the way around the world, you see, and ended up in the same place we started. My ship needed supplies, my crew needed a break, and I needed something to, wet my whistle. I said, I needed something to wet my whistle. You know, all this yakking is making me fairly parched.
Oh, of course, where are my manners? Bring the Admiral some refreshments!
As I was saying, I knew that if I needed supplies, then Captain Walker D. Plank aid and supplies as well.
Well, then, what was your strategy?
Well, I got some information that he had pulled up in a little port on an uncharted island, so I got me an idea. I thought that we should all get off the big ship, and I bring the crew members into the longboats, and we take him by surprise like.
Brilliant idea. I'd have done the same thing.
Murdy, if you'd have done it, I'm sure it was the wrong thing to do.
I'll have you know.
Many a truth is told in jest, and in this case, the jester speaks the truth. Turns out it was a trap.
No.
Oh, yes, I told you that Captain Walker DeFlank was a tricky one. Turns out his ship had never been in the port, but was behind me all the time. So, he sent some of his crew members over to my ship and made off with some pretty valuable items, but none as valuable as a treasure map.
A treasure map? A real live treasure map? Well, where did it lead?
Why, it led to right here.
Right here? What?
Right here, the treasure map. Oh my God!
Quiet!
Silence! My good Admiral, are you telling me that there's buried treasure right here in my kingdom?
Well, that's what the map says, Your Majesty. And we seafarers have a saying, treasure maps don't lie. And, well, this map led straight to your kingdom, marking it with a big purple X.
Now hold on. I sent you a map showing how to get to our kingdom. And when I did, I used purple ink to draw the X. I always use purple ink. It's the color of royalty.
What?
Purple is the color of royalty. It makes me feel royal.
Oh, you're royal, all right. A royal pain in the neck.
I'm beginning to have a much lower opinion of him than that.
See, that's the mystery solved. This Captain Walker the Plank simply grabbed the wrong map.
Grabbed the wrong map?
Isn't that a relief?
Well, this really has been a pleasure. We must do it again sometime. Now, if you'll excuse me, there's a certain someone I need to kill. Oh!
Wait, Admiral. There's still so much you need to explain. Like what is kill all?
If you really must know, I'd be happy to show you.
Captain, oh Captain, we found it, we found it!
Hold your tongues! You didn't find anything. There's nothing to find.
Captain, Admiral, why is your crew calling you Captain?
Oh, I called her Captain because...
Because...
Because she's captain of the ship's Knucklebones team.
Knucklebones team?
You know, I don't like to brag, but we came in third in last year's fleet-wide competition.
Yeah, I just came to tell her that we found a whole lot of Knucklebones, didn't we? Yeah. She said gold, good ones. She meant good ones, and that we should take them back to our ship and play with them.
That's a mighty fine idea, matey, my boy. Let's go back to the ship and play a big game of knucklebones.
Wait, Admiral. I simply can't let you leave without you telling us another story.
Another story?
We'll give you some more, knucklebones.
Yeah. And if it's a good one, we'll even give you gold knucklebones. Sure.
You told them a story?
It's a long story.
Tell us another one about that, Captain DeFrank.
You told them about Captain DePlank?
Well, I thought it would be best to, stick with what I know.
Did Admiral tell you about Captain DePlank's first faithful mate? She said, did he tell you about his trustworthy second mate?
No. See, I told them about how Captain Walker DePlank stole a treasure map from me, Admiral Anchorbottom, that led here. So I followed them at a distant distance, of course. But it turns out that the treasure map wasn't a treasure map at all, but a map with directions for me, Admiral Anchorbottom, to come here and tell stories.
Oh, really now? Oh.
Aye, that be the truth. I swear over a dead man's chest.
That does not tell another story about Captain DePlank.
Or its two scurvy bill tracks of his first and second mates. After all, dead men tell no tales.
She said, okay. She says, let's tell a story about the most famous pirates who ever lived.
Pirates, don't say! Oh, hey, they've gotten used to us saying pirates. Really? That's not fair.
Neither is pirating.
She says, let's tell a story about Rotten Roger, the most nefarious, vile, wicked, most evil person who's ever lived. Oh, okay. She says, but he was also a wonderful pirate. And he did something that all pirates are ever grateful for.
Now, to help us tell this story, we'll need someone with the name of Roger.
Anyone? Who is Roger here? Who's Roger? Are you Roger? No, you're not Roger. No, okay. Let's hear it for Rotten Roger! Okay, quiet. Now, it is time for the story of Rotten Roger.
Once upon a time, there was a pirate named Rotten Roger. Roger was known far and wide as the most dangerous pirate who ever sailed. Roger had a growl that sent shivers up your spine. Roger also had a laugh that made all around all so happy.
You're so funny, Roger! You're so funny!
This day found Roger in foul mood. He was disagreeable, unpleasant, angry, and fuming. But this was a normal day for Rotten Roger. But not for long. As for Rotten Roger was sailing one of the 7 seas, I forget which, he came across a ship in the distance, and he wanted to see who that ship may be. So he looked through his spyglass. But Rotten Roger couldn't see who it was. So he ordered his ship to get closer. Say, get closer.
Get closer.
Aye, aye, Captain!
And so Roger looked through his spyglass again. But still, he could not see who that ship may be. So he ordered his ship closer. Get closer.
Get closer.
Aye, aye, Captain!
And so, again, he looked through his spyglass to see who the ship might be.
Wait a minute. Where's your eye patch? Well, that's it. You're looking through the wrong eye. There you go.
Sure enough, Rotten Roger looked to see This ship may be, and it was a member of the Spanish Armada, which promptly fired its cannons. Sank young Roger to the bottom of the sea in Davy Jones' locker. The end! Let's hear it for Rotten Roger!
Hold on just a minute. What was the gift that Rotten Roger